Oh. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Amen. We made it to episode 2. And today is going to be amazing. And see, right now, let us go. This is the PK podcast.
Yeah.
And this is the side of our story. Yes. So today, as you can see, we have, another person.
I'm really trying to behave.
Somebody's too excited for this. Well, Amma, Ohima.
Yes.
Ohima, who do we have here?
So, should I read the prompt or should I just introduce you?
Please introduce me fairly.
Okay.
Be fair.
I had ChatGPT drop me a little way, but
but
it's okay, I'll say it. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching from, we have with us in the studio my husband, His Excellency Ohene Sammy Nyamekye.
My Jesus,
AKA Dada Sammy.
Dada Sammy in the building.
That's what.
Well, happy belated birthday!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and welcome. He's an OGPK. Those that don't know, go and Google him. You find out.
Before when you would Google his name, guy now know your movies,
Someone Nyamekye, the movie producer.
Yeah, the one that did like Asoriba and those were miracle films.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people thought
it means you have to go into the industry.
We motivate me act. I can.
No. It's okay. His is different.
I thought you said Sammy is the funniest guy ever. So
he is. And I can't wait for y'all to laugh, but he makes me laugh so much.
No.
But we don't need that in the entertainment way. He doesn't want to be a comedian. I tried.
No, I don't want to be a comedian. I mean, there's evidence to show that sometimes it doesn't end well.
No, but I can't wait.
Yeah. But well, we're happy you're here.
I'm glad too.
Yep. So today, what is our topic? We're going to talk about something very nice, something that a lot of people love in COP. So
it's good you highlighted that because I don't think other churches do. Not all other churches do what we do.
Okay.
In terms of that.
So what are we talking about then?
So we are talking about the white paper and
the infamous
white paper, the draft, and navigating through the draft as a
draft.
Okay.
So that is the conversation. So I mean, I guess for our audience that is not in COP, it's good for us to explain what the white paper is.
Okay.
So I don't know who wants to do that.
So the white paper. The white paper. So the white paper is basically arguably the most authoritative document that the Church of Pentecost will bring out once a year. And it should contain, the outcome of what we call the council meeting. So the council meeting, I always say that if you want to understand the council meeting, you go back to Acts 15, where the early church met together to take, critical decisions, issues concerning circumcision and uncircumcision, what to eat, all those things came up. And then the Bible says that they came up with a letter.
Yeah.
So this one is Nyamia Dream from 24/7 coming in.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible.
Scripture. Nice. So they came out with a letter which communicated everything they had come up with, all the decisions and the outcomes. It was in the letter. And then the Bible even say that they selected some of the leaders to go out to the various places and then communicate the outcome. So in our church, the counselors, which is made out of the apostles, the college of apostles, prophets, apostles, prophet, the directors, evangelists, and all
of them,
all the senior members.
The
fathers.
You know, and then some selected members of the various area level and then districts. They meet together. It's mostly for about 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Say a week. And then they deliberate on issues, come up with, decisions, and then what we know as the white paper comes out.
The unveiling.
Yes. So that's what I would say. I don't know if I left anything out.
No, I think you said it. So it's just the white paper is, this minister has been moved from, this state to this state, or this country to this country. And I think the church just believes that it's a transfer of gifts. Yeah. You're transferring gifts, because if you keep one person at a station too long, maybe their gift can help another area. Absolutely. So it's the transfer of gifts.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I know a lot of pastors, members that get wary of their pastors very, very quickly. So imagine you have one pastor and it's like, this pastor is your pastor forever.
The members would end up moving. They would end up doing the church.
Yeah. And then again, too, you also have, I just came to realize there are pastors with what they call the short-term ministry. The longer they stay, they cannot stay at a place for a very long time.
A very long time. That's true. That's true.
Their strategies and things become a bit. And so when I heard and discovered it, I was like, wow. Sometimes the decision, you realize that someone will be here 3 years, because they are able to, they are more like the revivalists. They come in, and within a short time, there's a revival.
Yeah.
But you got to take them out.
But then quickly.
But then some people don't like that. But they don't get that. So I hope, today you understand that there's some people with short-term ministries. That's the term.
Yeah, well, that's what I've come to discover. And then, of course, so all these are gifts that the church would mobilize and then move around as need be. That's the thing we shouldn't forget, as need be. Because whenever there's that transfer, there's always the need for such people with their giftings to move. Yeah. So I think that's about white paper.
Wow. I mean, so this white paper thing, that's COP stuff. But anyways, the white paper kind of has a very big toll on the pastor, but the pastors, it is their faith. The Sofmame, it is their faith. The first lady and the pastor is their faith. So they don't have to fret or be scared, or they don't have to whatever the word is. You don't have to worry about it. But then the kids, this is where we are coming into play. The people that are parts of the ministry, but not necessarily the ministry, quote unquote. We get to experience the stink of it, good or bad. Whatever it is. And this is where we're coming in right now. For me, I'll go first. I think I was born in ministry. So my dad's first ministry station. What?
The both of you.
Oh,
I was the one that I came in at like 7 when I was 7.
Right.
Yeah, but I think both of you were born.
His Excellency.
This name.
Thank you.
Wait, so how many years have you been a born again? No, you are a born again. Ohima is a born again PK. We are the real PKs.
Media. I mean,
how many years?
So if my father has been in ministry for 32 years. So like the number of years my father has been in ministry is my age.
What's up? What can you hear? So that.
I said, yeah, public information.
Because every year, my birthday is what I used to measure my father's years in ministry. Like, Charlie.
Yeah, living the year. Wait, so when you were born, or was he already in Bible school when you were born?
Yeah, he was in Bible school when I was born.
Oh,
exactly.
Gotcha.
He was
but I know that your dad was a year ahead of my dad.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Like they were
That's
senior,
the 91,
or something
92.
Like that. Yeah,
91, 92 cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah. These Kumasi boys.
The Kumasi boys.
The Kumasi boys. Anywho, so how many stations?
Yeah.
Oh, so now I think this is our so the chairman's seat would be the 7th or 8th, if I should get it right.
You want to list the locations?
Okay. So listing the locations is Daboase in the Western region, Agona Sabah, which is also Agona is central. Agona Sabah is central, and then to South Africa, East Legon, Atomic PIWC. It's actually PIWC Atomic, 5th, and then Tamale area, Koforidia, and then to the chairman head office. Yeah, so 8th.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wait. So South Africa to PI Atomic.
South Africa to East Legon. And then to PI Atomic. Then to PI Atomic.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was one. Okay.
Yeah, to PI Atomic.
Wow, so like 8, 7, 7.5, 7.
Yeah, so there's 7 stations, and then the 8th, which is the head office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when was your first realization that you knew there was white people? Like, oh, we gotta move. What? Wait, where are we going? Like, when did you? What station did you realize that? Oh, we are moving, and
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think that my realization of something known as the white paper, the need to move, and all those things, and for me to really appreciate it, was when we were leaving to South Africa. Yeah.
So after the Daboase and
then Agona Sabah,
you didn't know anything about.
No, I have very spotty memories of those places, especially Daboase. Daboase. Oh, I went to do some work in the Western region.
Recently.
Yeah, 2021 and thereabout after COVID. And I went to Daboase.
Oh,
so when I went, I managed to figure out the mission house on my own.
Oh wow!
I don't have that type of memory.
I think you would know. Like even for me, for WA, if I go to WA, I can right now. I always have a mental picture of where everything is at. Even though I don't know the road together, but when I get to the road, I'll know that this is where we lived, and I can go there.
I know.
Provided things have not really, and obviously things have changed.
Yeah, but I mean, I was shocked. I managed to drive all the way there and actually park right in front of the house, and I was like, "Yeah, this is like I could feel like I could smell it."
What?
This was my home.
This was my home. Yeah. So, but it was really to South Africa was when I really got that. Okay, so we are moving to South Africa, and all those things, and then I had to leave. So I was that time with my grandma.
So they left you behind.
Yeah.
Was that talk?
Don't say anything.
This all leads into Unkai. Last episode, I said there was a reason why he changed schools and all of that.
Hey.
We'll get there. There are some revelations.
So let's talk. So what's the general feeling like when transfers or when the white paper comes? I mean, that was your first time kind of knowing. So what was the feeling?
I was excited.
That's interesting because you don't hear that from a lot of PKs.
Yeah. We've always been excited. For me and my brothers, my siblings.
That's missions. Not a lot of people.
Missions though.
Yeah, so I want to hear because you don't.
Yeah, we've always been excited. I mean, at that time, I'm the oldest and then the eldest, so it's not like things have changed. But then, my parents at a very young age always spoke to us very differently about transfers. They spoke to us. It was like I still do remember my mom saying, "Say, oh, baby, I'll be sharing for." Everywhere you go, you meet new people. The experiences are new. The places, it's a refreshing experience. And my mom would always be saying these things to us. My dad would always be saying that, when you go here, you make new friends, but don't forget your friends here. Keep in touch with them. And so they always made us understand that being a PK is the greatest thing that could ever happen to you because of what you call social capital.
That's a good thing to
let me write it down. Let me write this down.
Yes, please take notes.
Social capital.
No, because I think I don't know about you, Otto, because I want to hear your experience as well. For me, I think when transfers came, we were excited because it's like, oh, like we're moving to another place on the map. Like we actually get to experience another state. So for us too, there was also excitement. I know others who may not share those same sentiments. How about you?
It was because my first realization of the transfer, well, I remember that we did like a church service at the first station. Like they did a whole canopy and all that kind of big stuff, right? And we're sitting down with our parents. So I'm like, oh, this is nice. But all I realized is we were traveling and we were going somewhere else. No recollection. We were like 4 years or something like that. But when we went to WA, we stayed in WA for 5 years, and we had never, me and my brother, my twin brother, we had never traveled anywhere. All my sisters, they would come to Kumasi, and and every time we were home, my parents would go for, like, if my dad was going for like evangelism or whatever. Yeah. So when the transfer came, we were excited. We were about to go to Kumasi. Like, we want to go to Kumasi. Yeah,
but you see,
they were going to Guinea-Bissau. We're not going to Guinea-Bissau, but we're excited to go to this place.
Yeah.
So it was exciting every time, though.
The big thing I can take away is, I guess, what the vibe at home is what dictates for the PK if they will like enjoy the transfer.
Yeah, exactly.
I say that to say if you I don't want to step on it.
Say what you're about to say. If not, I'll say it for you.
And you can't. Gosh. No, like he said, like what their parents put into their mind, like we're going here, you're gonna make friends. Like make the transfer sound exciting is really what I'm trying to push. As ministers, I mean, from where we say, if you make the transfer sound exciting, that is how the child or the kid will receive it. That's important.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
One thing I always sit down and I wish what I know now, I knew those things when I was with my parents.
Yeah.
Like the things that I'm supporting doing now in the church. Yeah. If I was with my parents,
you would do it for them.
Yeah.
See, it's about understanding your role in the transfer. Every PK has a role in the transfer.
That's absolutely true. But the thing is, like it's a two-way street, and it's more like a cycle, because you would not have been able to be doing what you're doing now if you didn't go through those experiences too with them.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
So now your understanding of the church, it's rich, man. Yeah. It's rich. Like you sit at the back seat and see what someone possibly in front would never see.
Yes.
You can see something from afar. And then vice versa too. Sometimes you get to this point, you're like, oh, if I knew this, I'd have been able to do it back then, in Koforidia or in Tamale.
Yeah. And I think it's like the social capital you're saying, like you're basically building that resume, taking you through the experiences, and you pick certain things, and even it works you, like it makes you like look into yourself and see that, okay, I need to dig deeper and make things work really well in this situation. Because sometimes you're in let's say you're in South Africa, right? And then you came back to East Lagos, you think, oh, East Lagos, because then you come and it's like, oh man, no, it's not even like that. You need to like get your act together, like, and you have this perception of, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It is. So it's been really, for us, it has always been that exciting journey. It has always been, because my parents, they never ever spoke ill about transfers. I've never even heard it before. I mean, no, I haven't. So it was always that exciting. I mean, you can ask for him. When it gets to transfer season, my guy, I got my list for you. I mean,
what is it called? You know those brackets that the guys do during
the drafts. So like the mock draft.
I remember on campus, KNUSC Tech, myself, Datsun, Martinson, Datsun, he's now in Australia. Derek, for real? Oh, you knew Derek? I went to do a PPS with Derek though. So Derek, it's me, all these guys, we would meet and do our own transfers. Challenge you, your puppy, go here. I remember when Derek's dad was transferred to a front place. I was okay. When you goes to a front place. Now Derek comes to school and is like, oh, me, Charlie, my dad has been transferred overseas. Overseas.
Wait. We need Derek to come and
and explain how a front place
and explain this a front place overseas. Does he go over waters or something like that?
He goes over the waters. So it's over. Yeah, you have to travel over the Fram River. So that is overseas, you know.
Oh my days.
These are very exciting times. Yeah. Exciting. We always looked up for transfers, you know, and we really enjoy that. So we've never really have that ill feeling about transfers. Yeah, never. No.
Can I ask the next question?
Yes.
The next question. So you realize that you're going to South Africa. Mm-hmm. That's a major change from being in Ghana.
Yeah.
So as a PK, being transferred and sent to missions, how was the adjustment? How was the change? And even being there and then coming back, how was
so you went?
Yes.
Okay.
So for us, I would say, fortunately, or the unfortunate thing for us was my parents never left us anywhere. Wherever they go, you go. You tag along. Yeah. Everyone would move. Everyone. They didn't leave us with any family members, and so we always went, whether the schools are bad or the schools are good. And of course, that is part of the stories that Ohima had mentioned the last year, which I was not here, but you guys gossiped about me.
Oh, what?
Oh, okay, fine.
I told him backstage.
Oh, you told him backstage.
And we laughed.
It's not coming.
We should have dropped it.
No. So you change a lot, Minka.
Yeah, Becca. Oh, yeah, Becca.
So it leads you to change a lot of schools. And that is where I would say would be the downside in terms of your academic progress, because usually around that time, that would be your formative years. So you'll be in school. You know, but the PKs who are working and married and, you know, having their own family and stuff like that, like we now, when transfers come, you know, you are actually at one place, you're stable. So of course, your duty will be to make sure that you're going to help as much as you can, blah, blah, blah. But then transfers don't affect you as much. But for you to be under your parents and then their umbrella, for us, we moved around. So the downside mainly was the academic bottlenecks, if I should say it. Yeah. So then the academic stop knocks were much. You know, for example, from Agunan Sabah to PPS to live with my grandmom, I was repeated.
Wait, which PPS?
PPS,
Agripo. It was Kumasi, yeah.
Wait, you went to Agripo?
Yeah, Agripo PPS. Yeah.
I was school prefect in Agripo.
Oh boy.
Not our victory.
So asked him to share the school he went to before PPS.
Okay, what school did you wait? But I thought you said you went to South Africa, so you didn't go. You stayed?
No, I went to school, but then prior to that time, I'd come to Kumasi to live with my grandmom, and
in Aguna Sabah.
No, in Kumasi, while my parents were at Aguna Sabah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
what was special about you that of all the Nyamekye babies, they moved you to come to Kumasi to school? Meanwhile, everybody was supposed to go to.
Okay. Make up any mobility. So unfortunately for me, Charlie, you go stress me.
You have to.
So the name, promise me you won't laugh though.
Okay, my story.
No one should laugh. The name of my school in Aguna Sabah was Islamic Preparatory School.
What was it? Don't laugh.
Yo.
Okay, what school now? We're done. You said the school too. We're done. We get it.
Wait, hold up. When she said it, she didn't mention the school. She didn't.
Now you get it.
I thought you were going to say Aguna Sabah, LA or DC primary school. Are you
there? Yeah, Aguna Sabah Islamic Preparatory School.
Oh my days! It took us Saito. And I call Makaranta.
Saito Kambu Denke, we call proper Makaranta Islamic. So I think that's
this is a real white paper effect story.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you hear people complain, I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yo,
have you heard? Have you heard the current general secretary saying that the name of his school was Bolechi?
Bolechi.
As no footballer.
No.
And guess what? That's the same school my mom went to, Bolechi. You know,
no
my mom's a PK.
Way.
Yeah.
My mom Mary's a PK too.
Yeah. So she also went to Bolechi.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Well, we need her on. We need her on the part too, then I guess.
So Islamic Preparatory School, and I think my grandmom and then Apostle Peter Che retired. He had come to visit, and I think prior to that, my dad had heard me sing some Islamic preparatory songs. Allah Akbar.
So back.
Remember if you're not rhymes and poems in a
Wait. Oh my days. Same thing. When we're in Wa, right? The mission house was literally close to a mosque. So every evening, when we do RME, they'll tell you Azan, whatever, right? The Azan call, whatever, right? The Islamic, and you hear Allah. So, like right now, I still remember. So when we're about to eat or whatever, when we hear the boom, all the kids will start singing, going. That's like shit. That's true.
Yeah, no, it is. So it was at that point. I think they just began to pack my things.
Wow.
I
think people need to understand the effects of like the environmental changes that affect people's upbringing and development. Because Nana, baby, there is even the friends you make.
Oh yeah.
It can literally change the directory of your life, regardless if your dad is a pastor or not.
Completely, and there are numerous of these stories. So yeah, I mean,
and they brought you to PPS.
So that's what brought me to PPS, Charlie. That's what brought me to PPS.
No way.
And then PPS.
So Ma Gifty, Abuaje,
Ma Gifty, Charlie. That time, Ma Gifty lived very close at Tonsu. to
also you went to Atonsu, Caleb and them, right?
Yeah, with Caleb and them, exactly.
Yeah.
So those days, when my Gipsy is going and then she wants to take us home, and then she'll come and call myself Caleb, and then we'll sit in her car. So like some of the kids were like, the headmistress children, and they take fast, bro.
Oh, but that's the one nice thing about going to PPS. PPS, the way they make the PKs feel like
PPS,
it's nice. Nice.
Yeah, so those experiences were good, but I think the academic pauses are much because so from that was my first repetition in PPS. My second was when we go to South Africa.
Even my days. So you repeat, like, imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh me, I repeat, sir. Like repetition says, we did so.
And I can't. I don't even know if I could handle that repeating. How many times?
I repeated 3 times.
Like
different schools.
And
it's not even like it's because of
not because of academic
transfer seasons. You get there, and you see, that's what I always say. Your parents would always play a big role because we see my dad is the type of person who doesn't see the need for you to rush in education. Rush going. He sees it as
like your dad when you said, go ahead.
Wait, isn't there a video like that?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No. I think it's because my dad is always using his finger, and I don't know why this finger is so So yeah, we go to South Africa. The academic year starts in January, and so it's like the academic year has already started by the time we go there. So we are brought down, and then we continue from there. And then what happens again? So South Africa, second repetition. Then back to Ghana. By the time we got there, I still remember the BEC candidates had already registered. The BEC Ghana Education Service had closed the
registration for the candidates.
Yes. So I still remember that day so well. I sat in a JSS3 class. My father, the headmaster, the headmistress, and then 2 teachers, Mr. Aite, Mr. Ames. I still remember their names. Held my hand, sent me straight to JSS2.
Are serious?
That one day.
I feel it.
Wait, we don't have any memes to put here.
No.
Yeah. So that is the downside of PK. And
so how did you feel and how did you handle that?
I've done it twice. I think the only thing that saved me was that when I started school, because in Ghana, kids starts schooling very early. Usually, especially when your father is a PK, you start early, So the adjustment was initially not too painful, but by my third repetition, that was painful. That was really tough. But then again, whenever we went, I think my dad did a lot to always tell us to calm down. Things will settle very soon. On every night when we came back from South Africa, I think our toughest adjustment was when we returned to Ghana from South Africa. To me, I think that was our toughest. Yes, I would say that was our toughest. Yeah, because for myself, my siblings, people used to laugh at Stephen and Lucien for their accent.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. I think it's later. Evelyn Addison. You know Evelyn Addison, right?
Yeah.
So Evelyn was in Australia. Evelyn needs to come on this part and explain her.
She does.
Her ordeal.
When she got to
Evelyn came from Australia because they are transferred them from Australia to New Tafo.
Yeah.
Yes, New Tafo was New Tafo. Yes.
I say mate.
And she came to BPS, and Evelyn was a lefty and she was writing, like she has a way of writing. And with Ghana, we had the lines.
Yeah.
And then they like, and then Tiano. No, Sue, not just a
that
was different, and her accent, like Oyo Brony Nigeria, and the other call Australia. So she's like, this is Ghana is a new terrain, new culture for her. Wow. If you think about that,
bro, anytime I wrote an assignment, like it was automatically 0 because of my cursive. I still remember.
Oh yeah.
Pino Mitra, for the cursive, the P goes up and then and then the teachers will cross the top. And then the right at the bottom, do it again.
Oh,
bro. So like my notebooks, the only thing they had was do it again. It was like I now have to go back to my first copy book. Yeah, so that's the toughest part. But then again, bro, like I won't say that I've regretted. I don't think so. Not ever.
Yeah, I think it's all fun. Like we're talking about it now. Can you imagine?
You can laugh about it.
Yeah,
you can laugh about it now, but
yeah. And honestly, what your dad was saying there, like, where are you rushing to? Like, where you are now, nothing, like, everything has worked out perfect.
Everything.
Education wise, career wise, like everything wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything. Everything. I remember when I got to Australia, Aussie, and there was a lecturer whom I was riding with, and I think he wanted to lock his steering wheel. So, and she had what's it called? There's a condition that's has to do with your nerves, so you're not able to stretch as much as possible. Like
carpal tunnel.
Yeah, in terms of the coordination and then the grip of your hand.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it. No, it's not. No. So she was trying to lock the steering wheel, and she was so shocked how I grabbed the steer lock. I just turned the steering wheel till it locks, and then I grabbed it, pulled it one side, it locked, and then it was like, how did you do? I lived in South Africa. It was like, oh, they have this there. I'm like, oh, they steal our cars all the time.
No, the South Africa experience has
let's talk about it, because people think, like, let's say people think, oh, like when we were little, right? And they said my dad was going to Guinea-Bissau. Hey, come here, Papa, yo, but I know for sure that, bro. Imagine Papa Bruce. I don't know funny man, bro. Like, why don't they bring you things, right?
Yeah.
What is that to bring?
Nothing.
We didn't know. We were naive, and all we knew was Papa Bruce.
Yeah. I know.
But then they were suffering. We saw my mom once. They were there for 6 years. We were in Kumasi. We had to live with our uncle. And we saw our mom once. It was 3 years, and she came for, I think it was an extraordinary or whatever. So she came for the council meeting. But every year was my dad that was only coming once. Yeah. And when he comes, we'll be in school, so we can't have a lot of time, and he will be in Accra with the meetings and whatever. So he'll come once to Kumasi, and by the time he will come, we'll be in school. So it will be like, if we are lucky, he will come to school and come and pay us a visit in school.
In school, yeah.
And then, hey, David did on Papa, boy.
I know. I don't experience that the number of times. Yeah, so
it's something. They'll call you to the headmistress office, and you go, and then you're sitting there, it's like, what to say? You're like,
I just recently, I don't know if you've seen, Pastor Odame has passed, and I think they posted his thing on Facebook. His son was in my class, Emmanuel Odame.
Okay.
And I'm still in touch with him. He was in my class in
PPS?
Yeah.
I think I know the Odamis.
Yes. So at that time, I think Pastor Odame was the one who was overseeing PPS. PPS was directly under his district.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. I report Ibushane
Yes.
folks, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think
So
I remember. Yes. I remember that.
Pastor Odame was always there together with, at that time, I think Pastor Christian Che's father, he was at Asqua, the retired.
Yes. He was assistant headmaster.
He was assistant headmaster. I don't quite recall, but the man was at, so all these guys were at PPS, and this one's father is the district pastor of this, stuff like that. So I mean, we grew up really knowing. For PPS, most of us grew up knowing ourselves. As me, we all grew up knowing ourselves, and it's just funny how at this point in time where we're growing old and stuff, we still remember certain things in PPS, even though transfers took a lot of people out and stuff like that. The beauty is that you still have that recollection and that memory. So I think that transfers does have a direct impact on PKs, but it's also really depends on how the parents orient them. Towards the experiences of transfers. Some of us have gone through really tough ones, but it was always an exciting experience because of the orientation that you had. Like you just know that it's going to be fun. It's going to be. So as I say here right now, I should say that it's been great. We do have a lot of friends from
all around.
My friends in Dabuasi, Aguna Sabah, I still know my friends from there. I'm still in touch with them today. I'm in touch with them.
Hey, you're good. Me, it got to a point I was like, I think this day and age PKs have it easy because of social media.
Yes.
Text messaging
our
and
time.
All
that. Yeah. I would absolutely agree with you on that. 100%. I would. I mean, I've not been doing well in keeping in touch because of life.
Put on me. Please, you're in school.
Life. Life is, but then again, it's been
yeah.
Them I'll do better, but then it's been good. So that's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, friends, PKs and friendships. It's hard. I remember when we have friends, right? When we have friends, and when we do like the Easter conventions and the pastors' kids come to we were in the central district. So when the kids, all the other PKs come to our central, and then they live in they come to and play with us and all that. So when they come, and we're like, we have our this need Teiko Taki.
Okay,
Genadis and Japa and
I don't know the names.
The son and daughter. So they'll come and all the other kids they'll come and then we'll play with them that the whole weekend. They are our friends, kids. We got new friends now. And then they leave, and all the kids that they are in our assembly and districts that are our friends. They tell us that we are Judas. We have betrayed them because we have to go and beg them again. Blah blah blah.
It's Ale. No, as for the PK experiences, dealing with transfers and it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. We'll have to break it down.
So, what is advice that you would give to a PK going on transfer right now?
I mean, listen, if I'm to really give them an experience, I'll let them know that for me, I would always say that it's been one of the greatest. I think that if my dad is to come back, I'll tell him to go back into ministry. I'll tell him to go back into ministry because
what?
Did you see your face?
I mean, his face, and she was like,
you even see my face?
You're like, I'm not doing it again.
You couldn't help your face.
It's I think for us, despite one day I'll talk about the South African experience, but
yeah.
Here's one example. At a point in time, there was something called the taxi violence, where when there's taxi violence in South Africa, you can't get a taxi to ride because of shootouts. So it's basically the same thing that happens even in Ghana, but without any guns. And also, for example, you are going to Circle, and these taxis, Circle. So you definitely have some people going into the blue trotro, others going to the white trotro, which are both heading to Circle. Now, here's the case where if Stephanie is coming and then she goes to the white trotro, the blue trotro driver gets angry, picks up a gun, and begins to spray everyone.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, begins to spray everyone. He's just upset, he's mad, he begins to so when he gets there, they call it the taxi violence. And here's my dad. He's traveled, he's gone to, I think my dad was in Johannesburg, they were having meetings, and then we were here, in Amtata, and we needed to go to school. We can't use public transport. We can't. So we were standing in front of the house. I could still remember how my mom was trying to just figure out what to do. I still see, right here as we speak. She was just trying to figure out what to do. And then our neighbors, Mr. Mohammed, which we later got to find out that that's Mr. Mohammed, the Solomon family, he pulls out as he was driving off. My mom just waves and says, "Sir, please, can you drop our kids? Can you drop my kids?" That's myself, Stephen, and then yes, just myself and Stephen, just us. So he stops, we get into the car, and that was the beginning of a whole new relationship. Wow. Mr. Mohammed and his family became our best friends.
Wow.
So now my dad didn't have to worry about taking us to school. Never again. He never bothered taking us to school. His wife would go to town, bring us groceries. God had now channeled these people to be our companions and the suppliers. And it was just, wow, it was something else. Listen, with the war between the two houses, myself and Uze, the firstborn, we're best friends. We broke a slab to make it easier for us to
go in and out.
To go in and out. So we broke a slab. And immediately we go and we change. I quickly, "Hey, Uze, I'm done."
Wow.
And so that was when my love for cricket began. And so sometimes...
Hey, cricket.
That's what South Africa will do to you.
And then you go to Australia. Well, Australia too has a cricket.
They also love cricket. Right? So yeah. So for example, my love for football is not meaning football that much, because that was the time where I'm supposed to be watching football, and here I am in South Africa hanging out with my Indian friends, and Indians are cricketers.
Yes.
That's all they do, the bowling and then the batting and then the runs. That's
we are Ghana for Chaskele.
We're Ghana Chaskele player. So that experience was there. So in a way, God really finds, a very mysterious way to bless you and bring some people into your life. Destiny helpers. Yeah. As you call it. So I'll tell them not to fret. They should just, relax, be calm, and God, that experience is going to bless them in the long run. Yeah. It's going to bless them in the very, very long run, and they might not see it now, but definitely it's going to be a blessing to them. So I'd always encourage any PK going on transfers to just enjoy it. Yeah, go in there with the mindset to just enjoy.
Everything will be okay
with the cloud.
Yeah, move with the cloud.
Yeah, move with the cloud, Charlie. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I think you said it. It's just go with it. Right now, there isn't much. If you are worried about transfers, it means you are still young.
Yeah.
Life has not really come in that that you have to be worried about anything. So just enjoy it. Really, your elementary school years and high school years I mean, it will change a little bit, but when you get to college, that's when, and that time too, you will not be really much affected by it. So
yeah.
My story was different though. I had to switch my college because of transfers. Because like his parent, like
in the US,
his dad's mentality. My father wanted us to go everywhere with him. He wanted his family together. So last year of high school, I get accepted into a college, and I have to switch my college last minute because we got transferred. But God's so good. My college, the new one I was going to, accelerated program, I finished. I finished earlier. Like, it was good for me. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so you didn't really start. You were just about to start.
I was enrolled in everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Classes?
No, I didn't start classes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite fair. I mean, one good thing is before you start your actual first job, if you had to put together a resume, your schools would make you look as if I'm going school bound. You know, it's not Charlie. Repetition. Unless my repeater scores.
Oh my days! I used to think my dad was in the military because they were like, "Oh, like you guys move around a lot. Yeah. Like, what job does your dad do?" So, like here in America, the only logical way was the military. They ship your father around. But I guess in Ghana, people understood that ministers being transferred was a thing.
Oh, no, honestly, in final year, when we're developing our CVs and resume, boys thought that now when you mention now with the 4 pages, so yeah, schools in Kwan like that.
Bro.
But let's see, like 10, 11, I just
class 4,
no.
My class 1 bad boy.
But it's good. Well, I think we are almost heading to the hour. And this has been amazing, guys.
Thank you so much for coming. Oh my
gosh. You don't have to be laughing him, okay?
I promise I'm not.
But for your fool.
Bro, and when it comes to good food, no, man.
It's all.
Bro,
he's my lord. I have to take care of
excellency. Yeah.
Sir, like you taught me. And I know the insio in China the towel so but you wipe his hands for him. We are not happy. No. What
did you not be afraid to that? What's the Mira?
Yeah.
Mira.
Sammy ran it, man. No.
It's because of you.
No, drop it, man. No.
Mira is not unleashed. It's not unleashed.
You know what his name is on my phone?
What?
It's not Sal.
Well, you've changed it. You've changed it.
You know how our mothers also call our dads Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Daddy.
I personally think that it was a way, especially when their kids were growing.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I feel it was a way. Yes, so that the kids will learn. I feel because I know our parents were more romantic than that, Charlie. They were the born average of 4, 5.
No, he has a point.
They were way more romantic than that. So it was just a way of making sure that the kids don't get used to calling, their fathers by just any name. So they just keep it strict, daddy.
My daddy. All right, guys, it's been a real one. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Hey, I don't know.
Maria.
I already know. Thank you guys. We appreciate that you guys came on, and guys for watching. I know you enjoy much more episodes are coming. We're gonna have His Excellency here again sometime. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe, you like,
share,
comment, share. Let's talk. Put your comments in there. If you're PK and you have an experience, let us know in the comments section.
Want to hear it?
Absolutely.
And if you're a PK, you got a story you want to share, maybe hit us up, email us or DM us, and we'll see. We'll work on coming on and let's share our side of the story.
Our side.